And I'm back with more Ace Attorney Justice for All, and we're continuing our investigation into the disappearance of Maya Fey. It's past 9 a.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if he's already found Mystic Maya. These things take time, I'd say no. Police are professionals, they'll find her, so don't worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict, then everything will be okay. You're right. So the real person who killed Mr. Kurita was that assassin, Shelly the Killer, right? The card Miss Andrews found on the crime scene is proof of that. And if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who's the one who hired him to begin with? Who's this client? You mean who asked for the murder? That person didn't want to dirty their own hands. But whoever the client is, they're still a killer. Who could have hired them? Do you think it was Miss Andrews? I wonder. If she is the client, then why go so far through the effort of stabbing the knife into the corpse? But if she wasn't, then... No. Matt Ungard himself. If Matt Ungard really did hire them, then he's not innocent at all. Far from it. He would have been guilty. But it can't be him, right? I mean, when we first talked to him... Well, just so we're clear, dude, I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Kurita. I didn't see any. That reminds me, did you remember something? Something Miss Andrews said at the trial. What was that interesting thing? Oh, you didn't hear it, did you? Juan had bet everything on the gem and ninja. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure that Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had a secret so powerful that it would destroy his entire career if it had been uncovered. Mr. Ungard's secret? What is the secret? I don't know yet, but for now, let's think about it this way. Kurita was going to reveal this secret, which means he had plenty of motive to have him silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Ungard. There's no way around it now. It's getting really late, isn't it, Nick? We still gotta prepare for tomorrow's trial. But aren't visiting hours over? I'm sure we'll think of something, don't you worry. Hey, wait a minute! What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that anything's gonna do with you is ever good! Just now I was handed this strange device for who knows what fucking reason. And I was told to use it to search the whole hotel. That's a bug sweeper? I don't know. And frankly, I don't care. But the request came from Reggie Boo, so, and he said, if you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated boy. So I'm gonna feel free to direct all my anger towards you! Gee, thanks a lot. This is absolutely top secret, so you better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the prisons. Very interesting. I'm sure it was. The catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? Well, you know, the gossip's been going around all about dear Juan. That thing about Miss Andrews. I'm sure she must have had some reason to getting close to him. I'll let you in on another secret. I know who planted it. It was that obnoxious, puffy-haired photographer. Spying on people. Do what is good to see myself. Alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change. I don't know what we're thinking exactly, but it can't be no good. But I didn't say anything. You want to know about Juan and Adrian, huh? Actually, as I hear it, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two. I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms. You don't know? That manager woman Juan had. It's a shame she killed herself, though. Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste. Her mentor, right? Yeah, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know. Married? You mean to Karita? Really, you young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl killed herself 3 days after that marriage announcement. 3 days? What the... Why would she do that? She was gonna get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away by Juan. What? They were going to get married, right? They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, he suddenly canceled. Is that true? It was in the weekly magazine. But why? What did they do that for? It wasn't in the magazines. That night after Juan called off the wedding, the manager killed herself. How terrible. I wonder what happened between those two. Ugh. Fuck. Well, that ain't good. There must have been a few hundred people here. Guess the police are done with their questioning. Looks like there's things here in the lobby have calmed down. Doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective's here. Well, I'll make some salad for dinner. She really appreciates what ghost you did. Mr. Nick? Where's the lettuce? I don't think you've never bought lettuce before. Well, I guess I'll give up making a salad then. Guess the lack of lettuce is a problem. Gee, yeah. I would think so. Visiting hours have ended. Looks like we're not going to get a chance to talk with Mr. Ungard. But isn't what we have to ask very important? But I don't think that matters. Feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick? I wonder what happened. You're Mr. Ungard's lawyer, right? Yeah. We finally found just the person we were looking for. A real decisive witness. Decisive witness for the Ungard case? We're taking the witness's statement right now. I'm gonna hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's he up to? Who's this witness? I think you know this person, Mr. Lawyer. Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't win anything. Oh yeah, Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go. This is good news, Mr. Nick. Wow. Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have it in the bag. Well, back to the detention center we go. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means they're both in the detention center, so whose story do I want to hear? Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting so late. But there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about this whole secret. I'd like to ask you about Mr. Ungard, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards him. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing. About Miss Celeste. I had finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's come all the way back to the surface. I'm sorry. I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I drew close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back. And to burn it. You wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread like another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid. That suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why did you try to frame Mr. Ungard? That's simple. Because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? But there had to be another way. The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? They're so good they couldn't figure out the real truth behind her death. Miss Andrews. Well, I know you're not the type of person to do it with no reason, so will you tell me why you did what you did? Revenge. Did you say something just now? Oh. Psych-lock, huh? Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. But I'm sure I just heard her say revenge. So we gotta end up talking to both, but... Criminal affairs... Okay. Oh, Mr. Wright! You gotta help me! Uh-oh. Mr. Powers? What happened? Why are you here? I got roped into this somehow. What? Oh no, I'm gonna testify tomorrow. So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers? Well, I was talking with a detective until a while ago, and I was on my way home. And all of a sudden, you there! You're under arrest! And I'm brought back here. They said my face and whole self in general looked suspicious and stuff. Well, I guess I can see why. I'm just a normal guy in an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? So about this testimony you're giving? What's it going to be about? I don't really know yet. Sounds like they saw something really important they want to tell me. You saw something important? What was it? Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and not that lawyer, he said. Who do you think that lawyer? You're gonna take a wild guess and say it's me. Yeah, you got it. Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya and myself are your only two allies in the whole world, but it's okay. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? It's gonna do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze thing going. But what is he really like? Well, let's see. He's always been kind of a player with women. He'd never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say, it's just a game to justify himself. That's horrible! Ow! Didn't mean to offend you. Well, you know, he once said that there's only one person who wouldn't swoon over me. One person? His manager, you know? Miss Adrian Andrews. Why is Mr. Power suddenly looking energetic? Oh, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities have this world and this dazzling sort of image, right? But aren't you part of that dazzle too? No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about what other stars around me as things happen. That's true. Oh, hey, did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide? I mean, Celeste Impacts. You heard something about her wedding being canceled. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it the other day, about that mysterious death. Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead. He's just glowing. Well, have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say Juan went and hid it. Well, we heard about that in court. But there wasn't any actual proof she left a note. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on it. Something bad for him in that sense. Something bad? Why do you figure? Well, before she died, Celeste talked to a few of her friends. And she said, looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man. Truly insidious? Did you mean Mr. Kurita? Well, ain't nobody else that fits the bill, right? There'd be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note. I see. That's some good info. Thank you. You're welcome. Mr. Ungard, okay. Still things I don't know. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. Time to talk to Mr. Ungard again. Yay! Oh, dude! It's Mr. Wright. I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you, dude. Hope so, too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me saying that Juan Kurita was killed by an assassin, and his client is this guy. What's wrong? Mr. Ungard, there's something I must know 100% certainty. You seem kinda different. You're totally not your usual lawyer dude self. About that press conference. You mean the one that Juan was gonna dress up as a samurai? Yeah, I heard a little bit of it from Miss Andrews. It looked like somehow Juan had his hands on a secret, that it would destroy his entire career. Could you please fill me in on what that secret is? Nope. Well, I knew this was coming. Mr. Nick, don't tell me. You said a secret, right? I have no idea what you're talking about, do you, dude? Do you, dude? Did you know about Mr. Kurita and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. I don't know any about the details, if that's what you mean. But how many times do I gotta tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Kurita. Her mentor was Mr. Kurita's manager, and Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impact's suicide note. Celeste? Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat. What's a pizza? Is it like green peas? Let's go eat one later, okay? Oh, I got caught up by the pizza dude. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk something else, okay? Are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? Still quite a bit left. Bam, 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 bam. Your phone! I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It kind of sounds ominous. It's probably just your imagination. You should really pick it up, Mr. Nick. We got a problem, pal! What's wrong? I'm on my way to your office right now! Wait a sec, what? He's coming here? It's terrible! I don't know where to say, pal. I got here faster than I thought. No time to relax, pal. I'm confused as anything in here. Wait, what happened? We got him! We know who bought the spy camera! That quickly? And this bear is what gave him away. The bear? I figured it out. Figured we should have been looking at the bear instead of the camera. Wasn't that... Go on. There's only one person who bought those kinds of bears who was related to this crime. Who would be so rude as to spy another person? Matt on guard. What? Matt on guard, your clients, that's who, pal. And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Are you sure you heard that right? The person who bought this was... I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. And this is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. An exact match for that price in the stuffed bear. A receipt? Nah, it's not just a receipt, pal. Store clerk said it himself. Told me I'm sure I sold it to Mr. Ungard. Clerk even gave him his autograph out of it, pal. Or got an Ungard's autograph out of it, so I'm sure the person who bought it was Ungard himself. My sight's failing me, that can't be. So what about the spy camera? That was a dead end, pal. Can't get this kind of thing from just anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you and file away as evidence. You know I don't give up, pal. I never thought. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera was not on guard? Why would he do something like that? I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Carita out on one of those rendezvous. I bet it's not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth. You gonna go see him? Yeah. I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we'll find next. I'm scared myself, but I gotta put on a good face. What in the world have you done? You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 p.m., dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax, don't you know that ignorance is bliss? If you really want to know, we can talk. Take that! Boom. Now let's hear what the secret of yours is. What if Mr. Carita had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude, I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, I can't keep saying it till I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time. I mean, come on, I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. I know you pay close attention. So somebody used this camera secretly filming him on the night of the murder. Secretly film? What? And then sent the images with his transceiver. But dude, where was this camera you were talking about? The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan. I guess Juan had a few kinds of those fans too, huh? I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. You sure, dude? Who else could it be from? Mr. Ungard, don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever seen that bear before, dude. And it says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did that bear tell you? He says you're the one who put the camera in his eye. If I didn't know how you work in court, I'd think I was in serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret. Well, you got any proof you want to show me? Proof it was you who put the camera inside the bear? I have here one credit card receipt, and it's from you when you bought that stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from this is I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time. It's $3,800. This could be that toothbrush I brought that one time. A $3,800. Sadly, I can see that. It's ivory. It's got elephant hair. Ew. Is that what rich people are into today? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. And after all, you even gave him your autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. Can I ask you one thing, dude? You're my lawyer, right? So if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds like more stupid lawyer talk, but why don't we just stop this, okay? Not yet. I haven't asked why you set up the camera yet. And what your secret is. Oh, of course, it would be strictly confidential. So what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna find out what I want to know, because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Kurita's room and filmed in secret.
Take that!
What's this card? Maybe he doesn't know about it. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelly the Killer, and I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Huh? That's ridiculous! Why would I know some shady scumbag like that? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy? I finally started to get somewhere. Can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Mr. Ungard, I know why you called him. Since you're the one who set up that camera, you knew exactly what was going on in that room. So how would you know something like that? It's because you're his client, that's why. You hired Shelly the Killer to assassinate Mr. Kurita. The real mastermind behind this murder is you, Matt Ungard. Here I was, trying to be a good boy. I thought if you didn't know, you would be able to do your job without feeling bad. That's what I thought, anyway. Mr. Ungard, you really did hire him. Hold on a second. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Consult myself? Well, guess it's probably time anyway. About time for what? I think it's time for you to meet him now. How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt Ungard. Okay. Where did you get that juice from? Fuck. Well, this is a change. Anyway, we'll talk to Matt Ungard next time. Yeah. I remember Cypher only having one scar, not 3. Ew. Thanks for watching.